and he blitz me for a picture. I'm paranoid, so proceed with caution. When I'm mad, I got an attitude like Steve Austin. My dog and we all lost. Ain't no more.
And I was 14 with a small loft. No more fair ones, now we all hopping. This shit got a kick, but it's not boxing. 100 on my body, that's a regular outing. I'm trying to net 100 million, I can't get it from browsing. I can't get it from scrolling, I used to get it from housing. On the 4th floor in there, and she trying to give me 1,000. Sneaking money. You know you lying, why you speaking funny? The fact, why you speaking to me? Put my phone on D&D for all the leeches. Touring foreign beaches and probably somewhere in Ibiza. Maybe on the road with Albie, 4 O's like an Audi. You know my rebels rowdy. Don't move me like a Lambo on South Beach. That's regular homies doing. When you up, they start hating. That's how the rhetoric get. You fall back, they'll try to play you like you never been lit. I had to attain everything my haters never could get. Probably had a little motion, but you ain't never been this. Top dog in my city, running like the mayor. Old friends fell out with me, they did me a favor. I had to fight 100 demons just to get to this paper. Sneak this and I ain't tripping, we gon' get what you later.
From a dope spot, jealousy came from me and my pops, cause he had no pops. Watching me close, get sad when you both pop. Thought of something you grab, but it don't stop. Coming, just get your bag, no ops. Most of these out here just mad over women that they wish that they had, never could. Come around and get a taste of this living, you'll get addicted. I was broke too, but somehow I managed to fix it. Run around chatting about me and gon' make a always with different. I guess the don't trust you. You belong in the sewer, somebody should bless you. Nice and comfortable until the medics gotta rush you. Blocks I had to cut through there, it get hazardous. That an all-time high, that ain't the half of it. Trying to add it up in my head, but ain't no math with it. Get next to and try to grab a pic, now they on some rappers. It's nasty, I ain't asked for this. I was just authentic with it. 95 South and a sprinter with it. Try to get next to you, usually if they could benefit it. Passionate dog, I need my kids to feel it. That's why I'm up early. Kids that get you stuck early. A long way from all that. Used to lose and then I found out how they hate a winner. Come out them, they pay for dinner. Word.
I know there's money to make, thought I was catching my break. Still at my job every day, can't put your pride in the bank. I need some sugar and shine, need me a slice of that pie. They took a slice of my pride, turning my blood into pocket. I made me some time, I never got time. I'm missing holidays, but in a lot of ways I'm still gifted. Regardless if it's Christmas, snooze my alarm again. And a lot might come to get me before I ride away in that Bentley. This what he said, you might not wake up if you snooze it again. You can't let a new era get to your head. Dress for the camera again. Funny how you look the best when you at the top. Funny how you look the same when you die. Respect the dead, they gon' ask me, but you can't see Gucci shoes in it. There's gotta be better ways to lengthen my resume. I wish I could get away.
I might just try today.
It's Saturday night and live on 2K Sports. We've got the excitement of the NBA for you tonight. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. It's Western Conference versus Eastern Conference here in Dallas, Texas, where the Mavericks will try to protect home court. They beat the Bulls during their last encounter in Chicago.
And the last time these two met, they were able to get a big win because of that bench production. Second unit might be a factor in this one as well.
And you know what? If they run away with this game like they did in that one, I'd expect to see plenty of minutes again for the guys coming off the bench.
Hey, Clark, in tonight's game, what are you watching closely?
Well, the thing that jumps out at me, Kevin, is the guard matchup. I mean, both teams have tremendous backcourts. And I really think whoever is able to win or control that battle is going to win the game. You know, this is where Giannis still does most of his damage. He has the size, athleticism, and shot repertoire to hurt you inside.
Here's Collier. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. To the paint. And finished off by Lively.
Love the dunk from Lively, not just settling for the layup.
Now Williams. Stolen by Allen. Driving the lane.
Hey now! Hey now! Yeah!
And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
Bulls still looking like they're getting going. 8-point game.
I got him.
Clark, the last piece of the puzzle for Giannis Antetokounmpo, winning that 2021 NBA title.
And you know, Kevin, think about this. When Giannis got that ring, he also had 2 MVPs, a Defensive Player of the Year award. Man, that's accomplishing a lot at just 26.
And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose, an MVP, Jimmy Butler as well, but the results haven't been there.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. That's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. From the inbound. Off the inbound.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
Yeah, they're scoring with confidence, making them count in the early going.
And it's blocked right out of the air and controls it.
Yeah, scoreless early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket. And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
Antetokounmpo with the steal. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. It's good. 8 points for him. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
But how about their scoring in transition as well? That's been a big factor to this point. Are those high tops or track shoes these guys are wearing? My goodness.
Puts it up from 12. The Bulls with another miss. Here's Dallas. Outpacing him right now in a 15-2 run. Dallas moving it around. Drops in the layup for 2.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Bulls trail by 15. Edwards drawing the double team. And Clark, if you look at the NBA's draft combine, prospects now required to participate in drills and in other testing to be eligible for selection.
I like that, Kevin. I really do. I mean, it's part of being a professional. You can't just opt out of things because your agent says you should or you don't feel like it. This is a professional business, so there should be some standards and accountability. And I think it goes hand in hand with the push for parity. It ensures equal access to the information that will enable all teams to make informed decisions on draft day. So I like it. I really do.
Chicago calls timeout. Bulls trail by 15. Off on the layup.
Using his size advantage there to rip down that board in traffic.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
And guys, this has not been a season to remember for him at the free throw line, certainly to this point.
Here is Daniels. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
And another miss by Chicago. Dallas leading by 18. You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, Giannis Antetokounmpo is not one to puff out his chest and chase accolades. He said, I put the work in. That's how I get my confidence. I don't follow the media or my stats. What I know is that I put the work in. I try to be the best version of myself. And that focus has served him well. Kevin?
It has. You know, his dedication, David, unquestioned. And we appreciate your report. He hits the second from the line. 1:12 left here in the first quarter.
Excellent all-around performance so far against the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Rips down the breakaway slam.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Yeah, and that has been a huge problem for them here early in this game.
Well, that's the big reason for the deficit, Greg. I mean, they've had trouble squeezing the orange.
Stolen away. Pass to Collier. .41 seconds left to play here in the first. And it's denied. And they're able to recover. And they'll keep possession. The shot by Buzelis, no good. That misses off the backboard.
The struggles just continue this quarter. They can ill afford to have this many empty possessions.
Drives to the hoop. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's Collier. Second shot opportunity. Got a piece of it. He gets it up. Daniels. And so it's Dallas, finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. Their defense has been terrific. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Mavericks team out there.
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Banked in off the glass. 22 points for him.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And the shot goes down.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Stevenson can't hit. Allen outside. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Basket counts.
They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
Pass to Johnson. Crafty move. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant one foul.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant one there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He'd better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. Clark, you had a chance to defend a lot of great scores in your time in the NBA.
Yeah, I did. It wore me out too, Bart. I mean, I think the attitude of those guys stands out. Their relentlessness, the skill level obviously was there, but it was the relentless pursuit of the basketball and scoring opportunities. Bernard King, Larry Bird, Alex English, Marcus Johnson was near the tail end of his prime, but he was a problem too. I mean, there were a number of guys in that. Kelly Tripucka. Woo! Yeah, don't make my head spin.
It's rebounded by Dallas. A chance here to get a quick injury report.
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for the Mavericks gave us some information. He said that he suffered a nasty bruise to the lower part of his back and that it's really stiffened up on him. If he were to miss time right now, it would really hurt this team, especially during the latter stages of the season. Kevin?
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
And, you know, for him, just watching his teammates unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling.
And again, Dallas turns it over.
Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass, just sailed it right out of bounds.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. And always hovering around the 50, 40, 90 mark, Kevin Durant is both prolific and Greg efficient.
And Kevin, you want to talk about guys in this league who make winning plays time and time again? KD is right at the top of that list. Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels. What an amazing trick shot to confound the defender. Oh, man, that's awesome. He's taking him to school right there.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
For Dallas, they have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this game. Both free throws good from Daniels. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Powell, that's good. Powell's got 4 this quarter.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
Pass to Daniels. And he dunks it down.
You can see the evolution of Giannis as a passer. He's gotten good at thinking for himself and his teammates.
Now Powell. The 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Powell's got 7.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Here's Daniels into the lane. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possession.
Yes, that goes in. 10 points for him.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist.
Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
It's Powell with the drive. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start. On the wing, Daniels. From outside the arc. They get it back. There's the drive. And that one is hammered home.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up.
Yes, he does. That's what we call helium. Yeast rising and helium floating.
Here's Allen. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Pass to Daniels. 6 on the shot clock. Allen's shot is off. And 1:01 left to play here in the second quarter. Lets it go from the wing. Here's Johnson. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And that one's good. Daniels. Here's Stevenson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And he's got his first free throw of the game. And that one falls for Stevenson.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
So it's both teams making substitutions here.
Trying their best to make a comeback. Can't fault their performance from the line, especially this quarter. That's one of the ways you trim a deficit.
Pass to Daniels. Outside, out of Antetokounmpo. 5 on the clock. Back to Daniels. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. And the Bulls making a change here.
Number 19, Justin Edwards.
And here are the Mavericks now. Off the inbound, no good. 16 seconds left in the first half. Down low. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim.
He gets it in there.
And he can take over in a nanosecond. I mean, once he catches fire, it's difficult to squelch it.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with a massive lead of 30 points here at the end of the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. Back right after this. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. And the layup is up and in. And he has 28 points for the game.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Swatted away.
Nice D by Lively there. He can block shots both at the rim and out away from the basket.
And there's the drive. And the layup's good off the glass.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked. And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
The Bulls have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. The first one falls. Dallas making a switch here. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
Unloads from 13. With his first shot attempt, it's stolen by Allen. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. The Mavericks shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
At the line for 2.
And the first one at the line is good. And the Mavericks call time here.
Please give it to
He hits both from the stripe. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Second chance shot, and it's blocked. And he gets it back. With the drive.
Big time.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrapper.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Platinum level highlight reel material. That is Showtime stuff there.
And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim.
Well, you got to make that moment last. Enjoy it for as long as you can. Beautiful reverse using his body to shield the finish. Nicely done.
And really the story of this second half. One team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
They get the rebound. The kick out to Williams. Goes up again. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And he has grooved his stroke at the line this season and been able to maintain it with an average of 90%.
You know, guys, that's not quite the same success rate he had at the line last year, although it is somewhat in the neighborhood of last year's numbers.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
Edwards can't hit.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And Stephon Castle is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. And the Mavericks call time here.
Substitution on the court.
Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
And that one, good.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Here's Dallas. They're on an 18-6 run. Johnson over to help. It's a hand on it. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
We've got 1:55 left in the third. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Second personal foul.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Dallas.
Well, they've continued to play pedal to the metal, leaking out and capitalizing with ease when they get opportunities in the open court.
And they've also forced a lot of turnovers, capitalizing and turning those turnovers into points. Way to get after it.
Here's Brooks. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Second free throw, no good.
You know, it's human nature. When you've got a big lead, it's easy to get complacent and take your foot off the gas like they did there.
Here's Johnson. He's got 8. We've got 1:28 left to play in the third. Misses in close. Back to Daniels.
Chicago foul. Johnson.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
14 foul.
That free throw good from Daniels.
Daniel taking 2 shots.
And he makes both free throws. And here are the Bulls now. Powell on the double team. Takes it inside.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And he uses the glass on the layup.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time. Out of bounds.
And another turnover here by Chicago.
Well, he just didn't make the catch, didn't look the ball into his hands. He must have thought the ball was going somewhere else.
Now the Mavericks with it. And here's Daniels. 21 points in the game. Back to Allen. Pass to Daniels. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And here are the Bulls now. Here's Foster. Still yet to score. He's off on that one. Great tee that time from Giannis. Puts up a 3. That one doesn't go. Here's Foster. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks enjoying the kind of gigantic...
The Bulls, 31.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. It's stolen by Shepard. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And here are the Bulls now. Buzelis with the ball. Pass to Stevenson. That 3 off the mark. It's Durant on the wing. Daniels with it. Fires the 3. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Daniels has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Dallas. Johnson, wide open, he fires. Tries again. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. In the corner, Daniels. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. GA, what effect do you think the rule to limit flopping has had since it was put into place in the NBA?
Well, I do think we're seeing less theatrics. And there were fines before, but a flop now might impact the game itself. So I'd say it's been a bit of a deterrent.
And the Mavericks call time here. And the Bulls with possession. Johnson from outside. Kevin Durant with the rebound.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
He can't get that one. Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved, a full team effort.
On the wing, Daniels. And it's blocked. That's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. Six to shoot. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff.
Yeah, highly efficient. Nothing extra special there. Just effective.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Dallas calls timeout. Mavericks making a switch here. Snatched away. Yes, to Castle. Sinks that one from the post.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
And it's in there.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Johnson gets the bucket.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level. And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
That foul gives him 4, so he's got to settle down a bit.
And the Bulls will go for a different look here. Count the basket.
You know, they're looking good, really good right now because of him. He seized this game by the throat, and he's squeezing hard.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Lets the three fly. Connects from three-point range. Durant's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. With the step back. Craig, we've heard some veteran players and coaches say the league is skewing too young.
Well, because of the salary cap, you're often forced to play some younger guys, and they don't quite have a feel for the game yet. So possibly the product suffers, but it also gives you a chance to develop these young players in your system. My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Ugh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there.
Boy, I'd love to get a replay on that one. Let's keep it handy so we can see it again.
And the Mavericks call time here. And the Mavericks making a change here. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here we go. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Oh, I love watching him flush it home, showing how easily he can get off the ground and bang it. You could tell the moment the pass left his hands that he knew he had slipped up.
Now Daniels. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
To the wing right side. No good on the 3. And so here is Chicago.
2 minutes.
Here's Collier. And Durant sends it back.
Affecting the shot right there. The length of Durant, a problem for the offense.
Goes back up. And that's 2 points on the layup.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Well, for over a decade, Clark, we've been in the player empowerment era. And it's generally been, I think, a positive for the NBA.
Yeah, I can't agree with you more in that regard. The players are the drivers of the league. They're the personalities. They're the visibility. They're the doers, the talented performers of a league that entertains globally. So they deserved more money and influence, and I think they've gotten both. Now, there are a few players that have kind of exploited that in a way that I don't think is most healthy by forcing trades, but I think it's a good thing overall.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Mavericks.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And that's going to do it for the season series between these two teams. It's clear who had the better game plan and better execution, and that's why they'll finish up 2-0 against the Bulls.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Back to Williams. To end the cold streak. Allen with the rebound. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got